Hey, we're Bad Veins. I'm Ben.
I'm Jake.
We're here with the AU Review at South by Southwest.
Thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
When did you get into South by?
That's a good question. 2 days ago? Tuesday? It's a blur. I don't remember my life before getting here. Sure, we've been here a while.
So, let us in on your experiences so far. How many shows are you doing? How's South by treating you?
Oh, that's a big, broad question. We have 3 shows. Not too many, like one a day. Keep it kind of simple. So far, so good. I'm trying to think of anything interesting that's happened so far. Now I feel like we haven't been here that long.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't seen that many bands yet. Played one show so far. That was okay.
It was late.
We played at 1 last night.
Yeah, we
So
didn't get into where we're staying at till 3 a.m. or something like that. And we had to wake up really early.
3 a.m. doesn't sound late for rock and roll hours, but if you think about the fact you have to get back up at 8 to go do interviews, then
We went to bed an hour ago. Just woke up.
Now that's rock and roll.
Right. We didn't get to sleep until 3 a.m.
So, is it your first time at South by Southwest?
No, we played a few years back. But this is Jake's first South by Southwest because he joined the band about a year ago.
Yep. It's my first time.
So how are you finding it in particular? Because it's a new experience for you.
It's different. I've never really seen anything like it. There's a lot of people. It's warmer than home right now, so it's a cool climate change. Well, a warm climate change, but yeah, it's totally rad. You know.
So let us in on the music that you're promoting here at South by Southwest.
Well, right now we're still pushing the album The Mess We've Made, which came out about a year and a half ago. Oh gosh, yeah, about that long. We're working on new music too, though. We're demoing stuff. We actually were in the studio up until the day we left to come here to work on a new record. But as of right now, we're just playing The Mess We've Made, which still needs more ears, obviously.
So no new material being previewed here at South by?
No. We're always debating whether it's cool to play songs that haven't been released live before they're released, because sometimes you go play a song and you're testing it out and somebody films it and they put it on YouTube, and all your most diehard fans go find that YouTube video and they hear this weird kind of iPhone recording version of a song, and they're watching on YouTube and it's really low bandwidth or whatever, and it sounds really bad, and you're not representing your song the best way you can the first time around. And I don't know if it's us being control freaks, but we've kind of figured that if we don't play new songs until we release them, then their first impression will be what we want them to hear, which will be the edited, cleaned up versions. Oh no, this is the perfect version of this song. Because I know last time we played Dancing on TV and Don't Run, some songs from The Mess We Made, we played those songs live before the album came out, and they ended up on YouTube, and people were like, oh my gosh, new Bad Veins songs, and by the time the album came out, they're like, oh, it sounds like it's even better than the version I heard, which is cool, but you kind of wish they just hadn't heard that version. I think if you could convince the crowd to not film anything, we're gonna play a new song, let's turn the phones off and let's just be here in the moment. But it's no, that doesn't happen. It's impossible.
It's impossible. Well, it's kind of a pity in its own right, because it would be good to road test some stuff,
Yeah,
I'm
for sure. And you experiment live, and maybe it's it could be self-indulgent to say we're going to keep it a secret, or I don't know. I can never decide which way is the better way.
Fair enough. Well, I imagine, though, the music that you have been playing for a couple of years now has sort of changed a little bit from what was originally on the record.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because it evolves so much after the record, and particularly I feel the way I sing something changes a lot.
Yeah.
And I never listen to the record once it's out, so I sometimes even forget how it went. So the rhythms will change. I never really change the lyrics, but I'll change the melody ever so slightly, or I'll delay a line or something, and then I'll hear the crowd singing it differently than me. I'm yes, I'm not doing it right, and some of my friends that are in other bands be like, why do you change the song? And I'm like, oh, I don't mean to. It just happens because I don't listen to the record.
And if you could sum up your band in a sentence or two, how would you describe Bad Veins?
Oh gosh, Bad Veins is a 2-piece indie pop band obsessed with simple, catchy songs.
It's good. I like that.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having
Enjoy
us.
South by Southwest.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
likewise. Thank you.